What's up, everybody? What's going on? Another Monday night. Another Monday Meetups. So, what's up, Joe? What else we got out there? So there's a couple people. I'm into pain. What's going on? I was just looking down, and I have like a cheat sheet right here that's like right under my computer, and I actually have like a pile of people's like actual names. Yours was one of them. I am into pain, and I think right next to it, it has like a no, as in like don't say his name. What's up, Mr. Garden? Yeah, still Monday so far. Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock p.m. So for 2 more hours, it's Monday. I can't wait until Tuesday workday gets done, because then I'm off. Thanks, Rocky. What's up, Rocky? Actually, I was going to say it's just as nice. Maybe it's a little bit less nice. But the mic stand that it's on is really, really nice. That thing almost cost as much as this microphone. Oh, yeah, and then there was this anti-shock mount dealy, and then the pop filter, and what the heck else did I get with it? I thought there was 3 things. That. Oh, and the adapters and little tiny bit of Teflon tape. But a couple different adapters and stuff like that. I guess that was it. What was it? Right? I swear there was something else that came with it. But I don't know. I love it. I think it's awesome. And because it's a professional type stand, it's kind of like the old ones that I had, but it's actually made better, and it's like way more firm. Like it wants to stay up. Like you actually have to pull it down to keep it down. Like pull it down and hold it for a second to like keep it down, because it always wants to just keep going back up, which I kind of like, because normally I have that like when I'm not online, I keep that sucker like way up here. And it's usually coming over the back of my monitor. Nice. I'm into pain. Went to Disney World and what beach in South Carolina? I went my last vacation. I guess technically not my last one, but the one before that was in January of 2013. Actually, I got videos on my channel about it. We took all the kids to Disney, and that was actually kind of fun. But Isle of Palms, I don't think I've ever heard of that beach. Yeah, that was pretty fun. So it was me and my girlfriend and her 2 kids, and then my sister and her husband and their 3 kids. No, 2 kids. And then my mom and my dad. And we all rented a house. It was great. What's up, Chris's Hot Garden? What's up, Pedro? Got to do something. Where do I get back to? There we go. Nice. What was the beach like there in Isle of Palms? Sounds like a pretty cool beach. Did they have? Was it an island? And did they have palm trees? What's the robot sound? Probably the fan above me that's spinning and making noise, or that fan over there in that window that's spinning and making noise, or something like that. Because that's it. That's the only devices I have on this entire place besides my computer, but you can't even hear my computer running. I swear it's not even putting out any, like nothing out of the fan on the power supply. You can't feel anything coming out on the processor either. It's weird. Well, I figured it would be nice and salty. That's just like it is here. But was it an actual island? And did they have palm trees? Because otherwise it's, false advertising. Nice. No drinks on the beach legally. What's up, Charles? You want to hop on, Charles? I'll send you a link too. Oh, dang. I totally read Chris Jackson Gardening and thought that was Chris's Hot Garden. What's up, Chris? Chris Jackson. Ugh, can't even talk. What's up, Chris Jackson Gardening? What's up, Scheller? Nope. All by my lonesome, Paula. Why, you want to join me, Paula? We know Paula's been dying to get on here, like, ever since she first found out I was doing live streams. What's up, Kelly? I was hoping that my, I thought it said, look, I swear I got an email about this. Send an email? Let's forget I did that. Let's see. You ever look back and you're like, uh-oh, was I drinking when I made this email about something that's going to affect me for 15 years? Oh, wait, here it is. Oh, crap. Estimated delivery Monday the 10th through Monday the 17th? What the kind of window is that? Wait, do I have a tracking number? Nope. Ookie. Never mind. Oh, I just caught that. Kelly came in saying what I always say coming into live streams. What's up, y'all? What's up, Freaky? Yeah, I don't know where Rob Z is. He hasn't hit me up, but he's probably like closing up the shop and driving home or something like that. What's up, Julian? But yeah, I was supposed to get new earrings today, but can't wait to see what those ones look like. They're flesh tone and they're kind of like inner or whatever, so they just kind of look like you just have like a big hole in your ear. I got the ones that came in where they're just like a big blank plug where it looks like pink. I guess you pop it in there and it like makes it look like your ear went back together, but I like the other one better. A funny story, like this chick at the grocery store, she has gauges too, and I guess somebody just gave her like a whole pile of like gauges, and I guess she wanted to bring some into work and give them to me, so that's kind of cool. Let's see what's in there. So I think she's one size smaller than me, actually. Yeah, but with the hey Kelly, with the all new hearings, I've been hitting up eBay, and like all the like this pair, they were a pair, and I got buy three or buy two get one free. So I'd buy two pairs and get another one for free. So that's like kind of how I was moving ahead so quick. I just kept getting those deals, and it would just drop me three, sizes all at one point. Yeah, there's no frogs going on tonight. That's just my fan over there in the window because I don't have AC. So it's like 80 something degrees in here. So I got to keep some air moving. I got the loud fan above me, the loud fan in the window. But no frogs in the background. Nice. Julian had its first Sugar Rush Peach. Yeah, those things are awesome. Oh. That's funny. Kelly's got the frogs going on. Normally I do too, because the swamp's like right there. My door is wide open. But they're just not making noise tonight. I guess they already got their, what is it, June 10. I guess they already got their business done, and they're done spawning. Yeah, I guess it can sound like a ship horn. Yeah, those Sugar Rush Peach, man, those things are great. The biggest problem with them is waiting for them to actually turn ripe, which feels like it takes forever. Like, no joke, I had a couple pods that came on in August because I remember having them on video. Like, look, they're just now like big, and they're gonna start turning colors and stuff. And in December, those same ones were just barely starting to ripen. But that's the only problem I have with Sugar Rush Peach, and that's usually why I grow them every year, which I don't even think I have any. Or maybe I killed them. I don't know. I killed a bunch of plants. I'll have to do a video about that. Actually, I should have already done a video about that. Damn. Yeah, 2 months, that's pretty good. I've had them turn that quick, but I've also, like I said, I also had them like that's 4 months, August to December. Pretty sure I did end up picking them. Actually, they might have been one of the ones I picked after New Year's. Because I remember I just went all in. I just started picking anything that looked like a viable pod. I didn't want, like, if it would freeze overnight or whatever, I didn't want all my pods to just, you know, get all soft. So I was like, heck with it. I'd rather them not be ripe and just sit on the counter for a few days. What's up, Dave? Tilapia store. Huh. Straight Sugar Rush. That would be pretty cool. One of my favorite peppers I ever grew. I didn't even get to try them because they didn't get ripe, and then we had a early December freeze. Like, it was like the first week of December, like when it's not even ever cold. And it was the pink tiger. And man, I love that plant. Like, ever since it popped up and just was like a little seedling, I was like, I'm kind of intrigued about this plant. And the bigger it got, the more purple the stem got. And I just loved the way it looked. And it got, like, I don't know, it got pretty, well, the whole plant, I think, ended up getting like 6 feet tall, or close to 6 feet tall. I mean, it was, yeah, it was over me. So, but it was in a container. So, you know, close to 6 feet. But nice. Dave's making powders. What's up, JDS? But when that pink tiger actually got pods on there, it was great. They turned out like green. And I'm like, whatever, stupid pods. And then next thing you know, they just started turning colors. And then, like, they would be the funkiest colors. They would be like, some of them would be like purplish tint to them with, like, you know, yellow stripes or white stripes or like all kind of different weird variations. And I was trying to wait until they actually got like ripe. But I guess I waited too long, and then it froze overnight and they all went soft. Dog finds something interesting. Kid. Nice. JS got his first cherry tomato. I didn't even buy tomatoes yet. And I say buy because I didn't even plant any tomatoes this year. So I figured I was just going to go buy some. Actually, I had to go to Walmart for work the other day. And I was walking through their plant section. I almost bought a bunch, but I didn't. They had like a whole pile of peppers. They had a whole pile of tomatoes. They had all kind of stuff. What's up, Susie? What's up, Steve? Stephen Miller. Nice. That's one of my favorite things about tomatoes are suckers, because those things are great, especially if you have aquaponics. Just snip a sucker, stick it right into the garden bed, and walk away. That thing will grow roots. You'll be fine. I've had pretty darn close to 100% propagation rate doing aquaponics with suckers. All right. Dog's gonna hang out here, I guess. What's up, Eric? Yeah, and I like how easy it is to just get free tomatoes. Like, all you have to do is like pretty much wait for a sucker, pop it in the soil, done. So funny. What was the deal with your cracky plant, JDS? Why wasn't it growing? Or do you just not know? I mean, that could be the case too, but I mean, I don't know. First things that come to mind with me was like pH, any kind of nutrient lockout, like overdosing with nutrients. I don't know. Normally, I never. What are you doing? There you go. Normally, I don't even worry about my pH. As a matter of fact, I left my pH meter out in the rain or in the greenhouse, and the roof ripped off so many times that it's been rained on so many times that it doesn't even work anymore. Yeah. Well, yeah, that should have been working. Because that's like the rule of thumb with hydroponics. If you have it going for a certain amount of time, don't feel bad about dumping it and putting new in. That's one of the only things I disagree with like the whole hydroponic stuff. I know it works, but I don't know. I just usually make stuff, whatever it uses, make more on top of, you know, whatever I already had, as in nutrient water. If that wasn't clear. Let's go into the water, just no new growth. One of the well, yeah, I guess that's why I'm not doing cracky. I'm actually doing deep water culture because I don't know. I found it to be kind of slow until you add air. And when you add air to the bed, I don't know. I feel like that just makes it take off. Not only that, but then you got that air stone, like I try to put it center. And so like any cup that's in, cause I use those totes, you know, and I try to put it center so that like all that air, misty type water type vapor that comes off of the top from where the bubbles come up, that's like centered around all the different things. So like they'll get water, you know, through aeration almost pretty much. And then also force the roots to grow down. And because I usually I use my cups, my regular red cups, and I fill all the way up to like just a little bit below the bottom of the cup. So it'll start wicking up into the cup. And as it wicks up into all the other cups, the water levels start dropping. And because it's dropping, the roots will start seeking the water, and bang, they're in the water. Works every year. But maybe not this year. But we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. I went way too long without watering my plants with no AC in here. They're in a stagnant room. And let's just say I pushed it to the limit, man. I'll have to do a video about it, and I forgot to do it at the time. But I'll show you the aftermath, I guess. I still haven't posted the video. Well, it's up on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but it's not posted on YouTube yet. From like 3 weeks ago, I think. My update with my peppers. Or wait, if there's the one, oh, thanks. What are you doing? Shoot, that means if there's the one, there's the other too. So I have 2 more videos that I still haven't put up. Do I have a solar air stone? Like, no. I've got an industrial strength, I think 1,000 liter per minute air pump. No. If you actually, I don't know what the heck happened, because I bought mine and it was like $40. And then I went to put a link to it in one of my Amazon links, and when I found it, it was like 80 or 90 bucks. So I have no clue if like they went on sale for some reason, then I bought one and then they put the price back where it was, or what the heck was going on. But I know what, like, the prices stayed way above that. So I don't know how I got some weird, crazy deal, but I only paid like $40 for mine, but pretty sure it's 1,000 liter per minute. It's, I don't know. It's got, I think, a 13 valve. No, it's going to be more than 13. It's probably an even number too, huh? 14? I don't know, 14 or 16 valve shut-off set. So you can have an air, like, well, and not only that, but I have like one or two things going off of each one. So like all of my hydroponics, that's only 2 of the airstone dealies. But like the fish tanks, those are like big airstone stuff. That's where I do one dedicated line with like a big, huge, what would that be, like 8-inch airstone or whatever. And I got a bunch of those. Well, I got 12, 18, and 24-inch airstones. Something like that. I don't know. I like to aerate the heck out of everything, though. I have air going into every aquaponic bed that I have, into the tank itself. When I was doing that the hydro tube, I had air all through that sucker too. But if you can get a solar airstone, that'll work. Yeah, what are you, knitting freaky? And I missed that JDS said he had a ricotta in there. Ricottas are, I can't ever make one work. The ricotta and the, what's the other one? Manzano. Yes, I think I was at Manzano, something like that. Both of them, I've never been able to grow them. I got a pile of freaking seeds from Susan Garza, and I planted in stages. I went to different things. Like I had a pile of seeds germinating in the garage. I had one out here on the kitchen counter. I had one sitting outside on the deck. I had like one in my bedroom. I was just trying every kind of different environment that I could think of, and put them there. I put them on something on top of the fridge, I think. Or where did I put them? It have to be on top of the fridge. I don't know, trying to keep them a little extra warm. Yeah, well, Paula's good at growing ricotta. So is Susan Garza. Like she even she messaged me one time with, here's like great instructions on how to make sure that your Manzano germinates. I'm not joking. It was like a 32-point step process. It was hilarious. I was sitting there reading it, and like the more I kept going, I was like, I don't know about all this, man. I don't think I'm going to be doing all that. But she makes it work, so you can't argue with success. Dang, nice. I've never had a Ricotta pod. Well, obviously I can't grow them, but nice. Cabbage worm. I've had cabbage worms, but yeah, like you said, I've never had them on my tomatoes before. I've had hornworms, or are they hornworms? Those things that turn into like a butterfly or whatever, or is it a butterfly or a moth? I don't know. It turns into something. I've had them on my tomatoes, but nice, Eric. I don't even know if I'm still growing habaneros. I had my first habaneros ever germinate this year. So I was growing them, but who knows if that's still working. Figure that out later. What's up, Brando? Oh, wait, yeah, I need to get a new beer. Everybody comment about how cute the dog is for a second. It's not like I went anywhere. I'm just standing right behind the camera for a second. Because that's where I hid the beer. Chocolate milk. See, nobody commented about how cute the dog was. Sorry, buddy. I tried, man. She can't read anyway. It doesn't matter. A cabbage looper. Weird. Now I'm wondering what the heck I had. I'm pretty sure it was cabbage worms. The entire cabbage was a holy mess. That happened every single time because I had that stuff coming up from seed. Yeah. I was just thinking, like, if the cabbage worms got to it and ate the heck out of it, how the heck did I get any seed? But I'm pretty sure it eventually ended up just going to seed. I don't know. I've only planted cabbage like, I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Haven't planted it since. So. What's up, Black Mamba? What's up, Pepper Putz? Where's your boss? Yeah, we got the pepper dog over here. Let's turn it down a little. Oh, look how cute. Look how cute he is. Pit bulls are all cute when they're laying down and not, you know, trying to chew your leg off. I may have had the loopers then. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google image it and see what my mind reminds me of what I partially remember from the last time I had them. I think I remember what they look like, but I'm not 100% sure. Yep, pepper dog. Yeah, and Pepper Dog, Peppa Pig. Yeah. Yes, Devin, my doggy is 100% red nose, pit bull terrier. Although she is, well, no, I was going to say she's heavier than a normal pit bull. She's like, I don't know, I haven't weighed her in a while, but pit bulls are like 35 to 65 pounds. The last time I weighed her, she was like 65 pounds, and I'm pretty sure she gained a little bit of weight. Not saying that that's like like it's got to be a mix, but so take that for what it's worth. But a typical pit bull is only like 35 to 65 pounds. If it's not, then it was bred with something else to be bigger or whatever. Like those gigantic dogs that are like 200 pounds, like that's not exactly a pit bull. They've been bred with a pit bull, but you know, does that make them a pit bull? But no, she was supposed to be 100% AKC certified red nose American Pit Bull Terrier. Which, if you talk to a lot of people, red nose means absolutely nothing. It's just kind of a trait, not a name in the breed. But whatever. It's an identifying moniker, so that's why I use it. So, by the way, if you have a blue nose and it's a female and it's like 6 weeks old-ish, get in contact with me. Maybe I can take that off your hands. Got to have a friend for her, you know? Plus, if you got red, you got to have blue. You know, after that, I'll have to go with brindle. I just really like red and blue, though. Nice. Well, congrats, Devin. Hits are awesome. I love them. That's why I'm always partial to pits. They're like a misunderstood breed. When I got her, my mom refused to visit me. She was so mad. And then she finally came. Like, this dog's not that bad. And within a year, she loves this dog. Like when I went to Canada, my mom was like, let me know when you're going because I'm going to come get your dog. Actually, she said, I'm going to come watch your dog. But I guess what she meant was come down here and take my dog and go back to Pennsylvania. But yeah, that's like the 180 she made. She went from, I mean, it's like that whole Bill Burr bit about pit bulls. They went from screw this dog, I'm not going to pay it any attention whatsoever, to, oh my God, I love this thing so much. Huh. She loves my mom too. Don't you? So, how is that name pronounced, Devin? Is that Carrie? Kairi? AKA the pupper. The pepper pup. Nice. So, we get the pepper dog, we get the pepper pup. And JDS, sorry about that, man. I miss your peaks both, too. Oh, Kyrie. I've been searching the free classifieds, or no, free classifieds, Craigslist, looking for pitties. So freaking weird. When I got her, I was like, I wonder if there's any pit bulls around. And I went on Craigslist and it was like, hey, pit bull. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I call this guy. And I called him and he was like, come on over. And he was just like 3 miles down the road. And next thing you know, I got a dog. This time I'm like, let me go check. I've been on there for like weeks looking. The closest thing that I found, like, well, I had something set up, but sorry, Tori, but it was like 8 or 9 hours away. And I was like, there's no way I can spend an entire day driving just to like go grab a doggy. But, and everything else has been like 5 hours driving. Nice. Nice, JDS. What are you tattooing now? And are you videoing it? When you're on YouTube, rule of thumb, always video. Just watch it. Don't like it, get rid of it. But at least you have it if you have one of those, you know, looking back kind of moments. Then, yeah. You can never make a video when you didn't do it in the first place. So there's no, well, I guess that's the whole going back in time, whatever. And now you're starting to whistle while you're breathing. God of death. Let's see. I'm gonna butcher this name so bad. Mictalanta Tilly? I tried. I'm trying to Google that. What's up, J. Kurt? I want to Google that Aztec god of death. I want to see what that looks like. Where's my enter button? Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Let's say Mektan Toki. I don't know. With the king of Mictlan, the lowest and northern section of the underworld. Yeah, JDS, we gotta have like a YouTube get together party sometime somewhere, and buy you like a whole pile of needles before we get there, and there's tubes and all that stuff, and just go to town, tip you and stuff, drink a bunch of beer. That would be fun. I'll pay to get the anybody that wants a RevToast TV logo on them. That would be funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard from Rob. Mm-hmm. Twitching. It's a very good question, Freaky. I guess that'd be dealer's choice. Up his sleeve. That would be weird, just seeing somebody with like a tattoo of a straw. Like, that. So, wet dreams, red peppers, and a Taco Bell burrito. I'm into pain. Have I been shooting what? Footage of my pepper plants, just shooting randomly into the backyard. Oh, GDS, thanks for hanging out. Says he'll be listening in, but he's got to get on his tattoos. Guns. Not really. What's up, Bloomberg? Later, Freaky. Thanks for hanging out. Dog's kind of heavy. Yeah, I was talking about you. What's up, Bloomberg? So just a recap, we got the pepper dog, we got the pepper pup, we got the Peppa the pig. Anybody else want to enter their pet into the pepper world? I think that's hilarious. Pepper dog, pepper pup. Because at one point she was pepper pup. Damn, leftover steak. Wait, how was there leftover steak? I say that, and I didn't cook it, but I do have leftover steak in my fridge too. I was gonna cook it. Yeah. Might happen once I'm done with the live stream. Do you like some steak and eggs? Something like that. And what's up, Lois? Dang. That sucks. Internet was out. Make sure you call them up in like a week and complain about it and tell them they should take money off your bill. Because that works. The last time I called up, they were like, yeah, we'll give you like $10 back on your bill for all the time that I was out. And I was like, how about if I pay you 10 and you make my internet work now? But it didn't work. But I tried. Later, Steven. Yeah, I'm into pain steak salad. Big fan of that. Steak salad with some French fries. Can't forget the French fries on there. Chicken, steak, whatever. You gotta have some kind of meat, and then cheese over top of it, on top of like whatever kind of salad you feel like making. Awesome. Later on, Steven. So who's Sydney? Obviously the troll eater, but I guess I'll have to check that video out. Oh, nice. I remember seeing that. Nice. Hey, Eric, where's Beth at? She around? Passed out, Peppa Doggy. Oh, is that me? You talking about me? No. What do you smell? Huh? Something's got your nose. Huh? Nothing important enough to get off the couch. You keep sniffing. Nice cutie doggy. Oh, little cutie puppy doggies. What's up, Beth? So I don't know. I guess long enough. I guess, right? What does it say? Yeah, 62 minutes. I think that's long enough to call. I can like rename this live stream the MIA Rob Z Monday Meetup. It's like the first one you missed in a long time. Meeting almost 2 years. It's a lot of animals. I just got this little animal here. Smack your head off the mic. Oop. I found out where Rob Z is. The dog's going to bark. That's what she does. She eats, sleeps, barks. What a mess. No, I think I hit them all. Eat, sleep, bark. Eat, sleep, bark. Wait, I think I'm finding a pattern here. Eat, sleep, bark. Eat, sleep, bark. That is the order that it actually happens in, too. That is so weird. You just got to move the timeline a little bit, but that is the progression. Oops. What's up, Chad the Walrus? Oh, well, if you want to hop on, Rob Z, I sent you a link. How are you feeling, Chad the Walrus? Is everything going better? Not good? I hope it's not good. If it's not. I hope it's good there. Man, how come that's out already?
What is that buzzing noise?
That's the fan. Should be on. It should be on directional where it's only supposed to pick up front. Look at the box. Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's on cardioid.
Yeah, but what's your gain set at?
Oh, I don't know.
Crank the gain up a little bit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Or turn the fan off, yeah. As long as you're sitting there,
What's that?
I was going to say, as long as you're sitting there, check and see what your gain is set at. It sounds like it's too high.
All right.
It's picking up a lot of extraneous noises. That's max.
Yeah, then it was almost all the way off.
Okay.
It is all the way off right now.
Yeah, then your microphone settings are boosting it a little bit much. That's all right, though. We can live with it.
Now we just have that fan noise.
I can't hear that one. Hey, Charles. Hey, Eric. Hey, Chad. Me. Hey, Beth. Lewis. Plum. Steven. Who else is in here that I missed? I'm in pain. Ricky's in the house.
And Chad said he's feeling fantastic. Gets to go back on to work on Monday.
Cool.
Always good to hear.
Also going fishing. That's good to hear, too.
Heck yeah.
Another video coming up, I would imagine. This time we want to see you catch something like 80 pounds. I know, not. More like 90, but that's beside the point. And yes, Charles, I know it's about time. I came home, cooked dinner, sat down, ate it, had to put my feet up for a little bit, and proceeded to fall asleep.
I did the same thing. I got home. I drank a beer as fast as I could. No, that's right. I crawled into my bed. I drank a beer as fast as I could and just fell asleep. And then I got up and I came out here and grabbed another beer and drank that sucker and just laid back in my chair and just passed out for I don't know how many hours. I woke up like right before I started the live stream. I don't know. I've never been a nap person, but I don't know. Lately, I've been having some awesome naps.
Yeah, when I was working at Best Buy, I was one of the few people that did the actual, 9 to 5:30 type shift, Monday through Friday. So I'd get home at like 20 minutes to 6, eat something real quick, sit down and sleep from about 6:30 to about 8:30, and then go out and party. Do that every night, 5 days a week. Well, if you get 2 hours in the afternoon and then however many hours, everything works out. Only big boys live in the rivers, which are flooded right now. Well, we have our flooding, but it's finally starting to recede after however many months.
Not here. We're in a drought. Most of the swamps are all dried up. Like at work, there were so many swamps everywhere, and every single one of them dried up. The only ones that aren't dried up are the ones that have a constant water supply, which is weird to me because behind my house, there's no constant water supply. The only constant water supply is maybe it makes it, it's a piece of water that makes it to the canal. And because the canal goes up and down, like kind of like a tide, it'll fill in. But that's about the most amount of, but then it's brackish water too. But that's the most amount of like moving water behind my house. But where I work, they got like this big retention pond or whatever. And holds all the water, but it also overflows it, and it flows like through the woods into our gigantic pond that we've got. Because we've got this huge pond with like stocked with all kind of fish and all kind of stuff, paddle boats, and I've seen an otter in there once.
Yeah, there's a new subdevelopment in town where they put in, oh, they call it a lake, but it's just an oversized pond. But they dug it all down, put down the stuff to keep the water back, and then put the clay layer over the top of that, and then something on top of that. But it's a man-made lake, and since they stopped using salt on the roads here, the downtown area, when they plow the snow, there's nowhere to put it, so they have to truck it all out. Well, they truck it up to that pond and dump it in there. It works.
But there's no salt? You're not using salt?
No, they have a alcohol-based something or other that sprays on. It's supposed to be environmentally safe for the fish, and it doesn't contain salt. It melts the ice a whole lot faster than salt does.
Does it deteriorate the underside of your car just as good as salt?
That one I don't know on. They're not they quit using salt because there's no more white streaks on the sides of the cars.
That's one of my favorite mechanics. That's what he always says. I live here in the salt belt.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they used salt all the way up until a few years back, and now they don't use it anymore. But yeah, they take all the extra snow and go and dump it in the pond just to help it fill up. Who ever heard of a pond being up on top of a hill?
Gonna be funny is if they did use salt and like mixed all that together and like dumped it in a pond and everything, and then it would become like a salt water, like an inland salt water type pond. You could like grow some tuna fish or something.
I don't even know if they stock it with anything. I'm not sure about that. It looks good. It's got grass and trees all the way around it and that kind of stuff. But it's in a quote unquote private development, so you're not allowed to go in there. But you can see it from the road.
Yeah, ours has stuff all the way around it. As in, I guess, don't come over here. There's like a whole tree line around the whole perimeter, and then there's like a concrete wall on part of it. But it's kind of funny because I was like, how do they have water moving through here? Because it's all just swamps, like low spots that have water in them. And I'm like, how the heck do they actually have running water? And then I figured it out one day when it was raining really bad. And the little pond that goes by our maintenance, or not pond, the little stream that goes by our maintenance shed, it went faster. I was like, oh, okay, I see a correlation here. And when I drove out, I noticed that the pond that I'm talking about, it has like a wall that the water has to get to before it starts going over. But once it gets over that, it just keeps pouring and pouring. So,
Just like the overflow gates on a dam.
kind of, yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess exactly like it.
Schaler's in the house. Hey, Third Rob. Excuse me. Hey, Third Rob.
What's up, Schaller?
Pepper Putz is there. Hey, me. Hey, Putz. He actually thinks he gets the day off tomorrow. Fortunately, I'm letting him.
There you go, Putz.
Did the fan start back up or what?
You might be hearing the wind chimes.
I hear the wind chimes. I
Uh,
heard that low pitched.
well, I got this fan that's making noise too, but
Okay, because
it's supposed to only be on like the front, like not multi-directional. It's supposed to only be like straight on the what cardioid setting or whatever.
yeah, that's what I always have mine on.
That's what it's
But
supposed to be on.
your software, your sound settings, do you have the microphone turned way up?
Do I?
I don't know because it's picking up sounds that it shouldn't be.
Microphone volume level 100%.
Yeah, turn it down
How's that?
a little more,
How's that? 75.
a little bit more yet.
66.
Okay, that sounds about right now.
Should I turn the gain up a little?
No, leave it where it is because if you turn the gain up, you're just going to be doing the opposite of what you just did.
Okay, well, gain is all the way down.
Yep. Yeah, because I thought the gain was on full blast. So let's wait until see if the chimes come through again. Because the Yetis are a high end or higher end microphone, but if you're more than a foot away, it usually can't hear you. And with you being as far away from it as you are, talking in a normal voice, something's boosting it.
Yeah, I'm not that far away. I mean, I'm only, I don't know, 6
Okay,
inches.
when I'm playing my games, my microphone basically sits right here. I talk over the top of it. It's that close. It's out of my field of vision, so I can still see my keyboard and monitors and everything else. But my stand comes in from the side, swings around, and puts it right here. So yeah, that's not that far away. But it's sounding better. I'm not hearing fan and I'm not hearing chimes.
There's the chimes.
I just heard the chimes. Stand corrected. It had to prove me wrong. You know it did.
That's how good the microphone is.
Yeah. I really love the Yetis. You know, this guy that I'm using up here, this $30 cheapie, works just as good, if not better, but it's a good, well, you can see how far away it is. That's the test of the mic, or the pop filter for the microphone right there.
And mine's not that far away. I mean, it's like less than a hand width away.
Yeah. So it's doing all right.
But no, I got one of those awesome cheapies too. I got an extra one. I thought I was going to need it for my PlayStation, but turns out the camera has a microphone in it.
Yep. So how's the streaming bit going with that?
I've only done a couple, then deleted them when I was done.
Okay, why did you delete them?
I don't know. I was reading in, like, when you first start Grand Theft and they've got all that lawyer talk and stuff like that, like right in there, it says any produced broadcast of this game, blah 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 blah, you can't do it, blah 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 blah. And so I thought, well, technically that's not my quote intellectual property, so screw it, I'll just go ahead and delete them, and then there'll be no problem.
Okay, did that disclaimer say public or did it say any broadcast?
It said something, I'm pretty sure it said public in it.
Okay, because that I don't know if Twitch is actually considered to be public or private.
Oh, so it'd be like a private company. Therefore,
Public,
going to a
public
private
means
company.
public means going over TV or sitting in a mall and playing it in front of 5,000 people.
Well, wouldn't YouTube on a live stream be the same thing if you have 5,000 people that follow you? Well,
That's what I'm wondering.
probably you need 25,000 because it's usually like a small fraction of your people that watch. But
Yeah, because you take a look at the end user license agreement for Minecraft. It specifically states this game in its form that you downloaded it is our property. You can use it and play it all you want. Any content you make in this game without changing the game itself, otherwise, all content that is made in it is yours to do with as you please. So they specifically state that you can take and broadcast it, put it on YouTube, you can make videos, whatever. It's that content is what you have your rights to, but not the game itself.
see, that's a smart way to go about it if you're a company, because then you're getting the word of your game out there to more people who might want to buy your game so that they can do the exact same thing, so that they can tell other people so that they'll do the same thing, and bam, you just keep making money if
Yep.
you have a quality product.
Yep. Well, Minecraft is still one of the top, 25 games in the world right now, and it just passed 10 years old.
Jeez, man.
They just had the 10-year anniversary special a couple weeks ago.
Well, GTA 5 has been one of those most popular games too. And when was that? Like 2013, I think it came out, or I didn't get it until like 2015 or 16.
Yeah. I can sit and watch the game for a bit, but I've tried playing it and it's just not for me.
I love
Whoa.
that game.
Who was that? It had to have been you.
Yeah.
Did you invite anybody else tonight?
Yeah.
And I was the only one to show up. Oh, man.
Yep.
I was late. I'll admit it. Everybody in the chat, you can yell at me, and then after you're done yelling at me, send me $1. I don't think anybody ever would, but that's beside the point. Pepper Pot says, yeah, well, if my dang young'un didn't have a birthday tomorrow. I know, I'm just teasing you. Devin's daughter, her birthday's tomorrow, so they're going to celebrate. That's why he had to have the day off.
What are they gonna do?
I
You
think
go to like Chuck E. Cheese, or
the nearest Chuck E. Cheese is 120 miles away.
you have that like right on retainer. Like you just have that right in the back of your mind. Like Chuck E. Cheese, 120 miles away.
The only reason I know that is because my early 20s, it was my stomping grounds. Every Saturday afternoon, me and 4 or 5 other people would head out to Chuck E. Cheese, have a great big huge pizza, and spend the evening playing games.
What? 2 hours away?
No, this was when I lived in the city that I grew up in. That was only 20 miles.
I was gonna say you drove 2 hours all the way there, just play games, and then 2 hours back.
No, only 20 miles. But yeah, for the longest time, that was our Saturday afternoon activity.
Remember, we used to do dumb things, hang out at the arcade, McDonald's.
Yeah, when our arcade opened up, Chuck E. Cheese kind of went by the wayside. I ended up getting a job in the arcade for about a year and a half. All the free games I wanted to play, as much as I wanted to play. I had fun.
Yeah, I never worked in an arcade.
You get to meet some interesting people.
No, I bet. Any job you get to meet interesting people. I've had a pile of different jobs.
Yeah, come to think of it, I can't think of a job that I've had that I didn't meet interesting people.
Yeah, whether you work with them or whether you're introduced to them.
Yeah. I spent years working as a temporary worker, so some weeks I'd be in 5 different places, and sometimes I'd have, stretches of 3 months in the same place. But yeah, I get to work, or get to meet a lot of interesting people doing that.
When I worked doing pizza, one of my favorite things was I would have I wasn't the person that ran the cash register and like took orders and stuff like that. But if the phone was ringing and people weren't answering, like it was kind of on me to like answer the phone and just take an order. So I did that randomly. But one of my favorite things to do was like you'd have one of the sheriff uh, guys would come in, and I'd walk out to him. I'm like, hey, how you doing, guys? Like, what do you need? Like, oh, we'll take like a slice of cheese pizza with like some chicken and some whatever, like banana peppers or whatever. And whatever they would ask for, I would like write it on a little the notepad type dealy, and I would pull the slip off. And when I put it up in the window where the people in the back would grab it, which was usually me, so I would have to go back around and like just grab the ticket out of the window and like make it myself. But I would just be like, one slice of pizza for a cop, and like just put the ticket in the window. Because I don't know if you've all seen Super Troopers, but and actually, cops actually find that funny. I would do that all the time to them, and they'd be like, "Oh, man." They would always have some kind of comment, but they never were like mad or anything like that. Like a couple times, I'd get one of them or two of them that'd be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that I needed a liter of cola."
I was standing in the grocery store, and I'm getting checked out. I'm in the express lane. I only got a few items. And next thing I'm looking down at the conveyor belt, didn't watch who walked up. I see cookies get dropped down, cookies, 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 rolls, 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 cake, and pie. And I look at it and turn and look and do a double take because the chief of police is standing there putting them all down. He looks up at me and says, Rob, it's not what it looks like. And I'm like, Larry, I think it is what it looks like. He says, no, 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 we're having a big get together tonight with all the officers and their families and stuff. So I'm just picking up the snacks for them. Uh-huh, sure. No, really? Uh-huh, sure. You know how many jokes I could make right now, right? He says, yeah. All right, everyone that you can think of, pretend I said it. I got my changes left. But it was just packs and packs of cookies and rolls and pie and a cake. Officers and the donuts, let's see. Pud says, I'm not quite sure what's all going on. I believe Mom has more planned out than I. Uh-oh, so you're living the surprise dream yourself.
Yeah, Grandma always has more planned than you.
But this isn't grandma time. This is Putz is Mrs. and little one. Mrs. is Mom.
Gotcha. I thought he was saying his mom.
Yeah, because the family one is Sunday, I believe. That's being held at a park.
That'll work. If you do that, Devin, you got to bring a sign. I don't care what it says. You just got to have a sign.
Just might come sit outside the shop and wait for an hour or two. Well, by the time that happens, I'll already be home, so go for it. Although I'll miss it. Should probably keep my mouth shut because now he'll think about coming and sitting outside my house with a big old sign.
What's up, Wolverine? How did I miss Wolverine?
Oh, so did I. Howdy, howdy. Ah, Jet's actually a little on the quiet side tonight. I guess I'm just that boring. All right, time to hit the thumbs up button, people. Or thumbs down if you want. Just because I was late, you can give me a thumbs down.
Do what thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Say that again.
I always love that quote. It's from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Do what thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Okay. Do what you want. I'm done with you.
Nah, well, I mean, technically that's what they're saying, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Ever since I heard that the very first time, I'm like, I like that quote. And I've just had that in my, I don't know, bunch of quotes that I keep around.
Yeah. And yes, Beth is wife of Eric.
And if they're not, we're going to make that happen, people.
Don't give away the plans.
But I also have a lot of quotes that come from The Way of the Gun, one of my favorite movies of all time. It's not that great of a movie, but quote-wise, there are so many good quotes in there. I mean, not even joking. I bet I could list off 13 quotes that I've got from that movie.
I don't think I've ever seen the movie myself.
No, Benicio del Toro and Ryan Felipe and Juliette Lewis and what the heck is his name? Oh man, there's two older guys that I can't remember their names. James Caan and I can't remember the other guy's name. I can't remember that chick's name. Hell, the two other guys, they are so good. I can't remember his name.
Anyway, those other two guys.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
I've never seen the movie, so no clue what you're talking about.
It's a kidnapping movie. So the longest distance between two places is a kidnapper and his money. Like I said, I've got tons of quotes from that movie.
Hey, I'll take your word for it.
I would never ask you to trust me, for that is the cry of a guilty soul.
Yeah, I don't ask people to trust me either. If they want to trust me, they have to build that themselves. I think. So I see Dave got his big field planted. That's looking good. They're a lot closer than I thought they were going to be. But it just might be the camera angle. Because it looked like they were only about a foot and a half apart at the very most.
Might have went pretty close. I don't know. I didn't ask him about the spacing or anything.
Yeah, because the video that he put up, it shows it all, and it looks good. Hope he has proper weather this year. Not too much dry and not too much wet. That almost sounded like a bird chirping.
No, that was frog. That right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frog.
Okay, what is frog?
It's
Is that a toy?
like a frog.
Okay, so a frog. Because you said that's frog, not a frog. Frog could be the name of a toy.
No, it's like an actual frog.
Okay, so a
Sitting.
frog.
Yeah, it's probably like right outside my door, just croaking away, or barking, or whatever you want to call it.
Frog legs for dinner?
They're very small.
That just means you got to catch a lot more.
Well, you could probably just cook it with like a Bic lighter, and just
Yeah,
hold it up, turn it a couple times while it's under the flame, and bang, you're done.
yeah, that's not even a bite.
I mean, frogs are like barely this big.
Right, I've never had frog legs, and something that big, nah, not worth it.
I've had bullfrog legs.
Yeah.
Those things were gigantic, man. Not counting the legs at all, just the head to like its rear end, not counting its legs, was, I mean, some of them were like that big. I mean, they were gigantic. We're shooting them with a 22 pistol. Like, that's how big they were. You'd shoot them and they would like hop into the water, and you just sit there and wait for like 30 seconds. And then all of a sudden the body would just float to the top.
Ah.
But we had a bunch of frog legs that night, and they were good. They don't taste like chicken. They taste like frog legs. Chicken-like consistency, but they taste like frog legs.
Okay. Yep, never had frog legs. Just like beaver. Beaver has, not beaver, porcupine. Porcupine has its own unique flavor. Tastes like you're chewing on pine bark. Got an undertone of it, like a pine bark flavor.
Yeah, they like to chew on pine trees.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
Yep, they climb to the top and eat the fresh bark and kill the trees off. That's why up here they're considered a menace in open season and all year long.
Huh. I heard the beaver. I've listened to a bunch of people that have had beaver, and they all say that it's pretty greasy. Like, you got to do different things to like combat how greasy like the meat itself is. But I've also seen people eat beaver tail. Like, I don't know if I would be into eating beaver tail, but they seem to like it. But
I don't know. You would think that it'd be just a big muscle, but no.
yeah, which is meat technically.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't think I'd. What the hell? I'd probably eat it, but I probably wouldn't make a habit of eating it.
And you probably don't have beaver around there, do you?
Yeah, my former brother-in-law actually caught a couple beaver trapping, but that was like an hour north of me. So they're around here, but not like where I'm at. Like, we have otter, we have muskrats, we have nutria, but not really any beavers. But I also live at the beach. Like, I got the sound right there, and I got the ocean right there. So, and the sound is where you find the otters.
Yeah, we don't have otters or the others up here, but we have beavers up here.
Yeah, that's how it was in Pennsylvania. We had a lot of beavers. Those things were everywhere. Like, any small creek, they would just dam it up. And then next thing you know, you got this giant pond in the middle of like the woods. And they'd just be cutting down trees and make it, add into their dam or their hut or whatever. Yeah, my dad's friend was a game warden, and I guess game wardens are legally allowed to snare beavers, whereas like people are not allowed to legally snare beavers, or maybe they changed that by now. I can't remember, but I haven't lived there for like 20 years, so I don't know. But I know at the time he was legally allowed to do that, and they were just going after nuisance beavers. Like they weren't trying to get fur, they weren't trying to get meat, they weren't trying to do anything. They were just trying to get rid of beavers because there's too many beavers and they're damming it up, and now you got all this water backing up. And
Yeah. A friend of mine has a creek that runs through his farm, and every year he has to go out with a chainsaw and cut the dams out.
I've seen people do it with dynamite. I've seen all kind of stuff. Yeah, excavators go in there with an excavator and just start knocking it down and letting it kind of flood out for a little bit, and then knocking it down more and letting it flood. Yeah, they can cause some damage.
Yep. Well, his creek, if they completely shut it off, it backs up into one of his little fields and it'll wreck all the crops.
Yep.
So he has to go out there and remove them. The last time I was out there hunting, there were piles left of the 4 that he had to take care of that year. This is all within 150 yards. But that's all right. The deer like the creek and they come down out of the woods to drink, so nice vantage point along it, or vantage points.
Yeah.
But neither here nor there.
All right, I gotta grab a beer or chocolate milk. You want one, Rob?
Chocolate milk, no, but I gotta hit the little boy's room. I'll be right back. So now, I would like to introduce everybody to the top of Ugly Chair. You can't see it very well, but it's there. You can say hi to it and all that other stuff.
All right, I'm here, so you don't have to look at his chair. Topped off my chocolate milk. Good to go. So what y'all doing? I didn't bring. No, that's not a thing anyway. Never mind. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to jinx it. I'll talk about that. Oh wait, no. I'm at the 12th. Oh yeah, it was the 12th. So, all right, yeah, I'll talk about that Friday then. Didn't go live last Friday, but got home from work, found he was live. He sent me a link, so I just hopped on his instead. But either way, Friday, I'll talk about that because that's an interesting story. There's a lot of different weird things that I don't bring up on live streams and videos or anything like that until after the fact. So, kind of like I was trying to do with Canada, but Charles blew that one all out of the water. But, who cares? I was trying to keep it secret. And then the day before I'm leaving, he's like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing tomorrow?" Jeez, man. But whatever. That was a month and a half ago.
I just come sit outside the shop and wait. Okay, what up? And that's wait for Eric. What were you talking about? Talking about other things, and I don't see anything in the chat unless you remove the comments.
Nope. No removal of comments.
Yeah, but I bet if you removed them, somebody in the chat would say, "Yes, I removed them." But then again, they might say that just to get you in trouble, even though it wasn't true. So, with that in mind, am I supposed to believe them or not? Because you know how people like to go trolling people about other things.
I don't think there's any trolls here. Everybody's got a wrench.
Yeah, but there's big definitions in trolls. I mean, somebody getting into the stream and just teasing you a little bit is considered a troll. So you have good ones and bad ones, just like in real life. Yes, that was supposed to be a joke. It was very poorly executed. I can't tell a joke for nothing.
I was just trying to remember what the heck I was talking about.
I don't want to talk about it. I'll talk about it on Friday night. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I can't talk about that yet. Can't jinx it. It'll make sense later.
Well, just remember, I don't get on the Friday live streams because I'm pretty much streaming myself by then.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll tell you off air, or I'll tell you next Monday.
All right.
No, it's something really cool, and I just don't want to jinx it whatsoever, because if there is such a thing as jinxing, I think that me telling everybody about it would do that.
Yeah.
So after the fact, if nothing happened, then I don't mind telling the story. But
if things go as planned, I'll let you know about it. If they don't go as planned, I didn't say anything.
I don't know. It's really cool, man. But I don't want to say anything right now because it sounds like so presumptuous.
Yeah.
But after the fact, I can be like, "Oh, I thought it was gonna happen," and then it's no big deal. But if I say it now and it doesn't happen, then I'll be all pissed off.
Oh, only thing a troll needs to know is that the saw is the law.
But yeah, I'll tell everybody about it. I mean, I think it's a really interesting story. So
I'm trying to change the subject.
I know.
I keep going back to it. I'm trying to get you off the hook, and you keep going back to it. Oh.
I want to tell everybody so fucking bad, but I can't do it right now.
I'm just going to let it go, because if I don't, you're going to end up saying it.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I can be rather persuasive sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. So there. Besides, we should probably call it. Since it's summertime, I have early shift every day, Monday through Friday now. I don't get to sleep in anymore.
Dang,
That's
that's
one of the reasons I crashed today, because I didn't get much sleep last night. Slept wrong and my neck was hurting.
yeah. This seems to be the year of getting no sleep.
Yep.
I'm like an 8 to 10 hour a night person. Like I need like 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night. And this year, I think probably I'm on an average of 2 hours.
If I get 4 hours and I sit down in a chair like I am now, I would start, nodding off.
I don't start nodding off. I just start seeing weird things. I see like lightning happening over here, but it's not lightning. It's just some weird like thing happening with my brain and shit. Or I got all kind of weird stuff happening.
Yep. All right. Let's call it. Unless you got something else important to add.
Oh, I'm sure I do. Yes, that was sarcastic.
I was just going to sit here and wait.
All right. Well, tell them how they can find you on Twitch.
Yankees50 is my Twitch name and my secondary YouTube name. So YANKEEACE50. And yep, play games on Twitch. Play 5 nights a week, 3 different games. 9 p.m. Central Time, except for Saturday, that's 6 p.m. Go check it out.
And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can. How does that go? You don't
You get a free sub every month. You can do give somebody a tier 1 sub every month, and it's no cost to you. And like Julian comes in, Russ comes in, Batman comes in, Freaky Geek has been in there numerous times. And a few people from there are actually in here too. And like Pepperputz, he's in there quite often. So yeah, a bunch of people come and visit. And then Rob Z, but I haven't put any videos up there in a while. I meant to do a update today, but got sidetracked and didn't get to do it.
I've had a video that has been uploaded to YouTube for almost this is Tuesday? Okay, yeah, over 3 weeks that I have not even made live yet. And I have a follow-up video to this video. And then I have another video. Well, I didn't make it. But I have another video that has to come out after that. That's how far behind I am.
So get on it.
Been busy doing stuff.
That's everybody's excuse.
I know.
It's correct.
Working's a pain in the butt, man. Like, you shouldn't have to do that like 40 plus hours a week.
Adulting is tough, man.
You should be able to go to work for like 8 hours a week, like maybe 2 days, maybe 4 hours a day. I mean, I don't know. That might be too much.
When I was working out of the house, I'd have some days where I wouldn't have any work to do at all, and I could go out and ride my bike all day. And other days, it'd be a really long day, would be like 6 hours. But normally, I could get everything done within 2, and I had the rest of the day to myself.
Yeah. When I didn't have a job, I had a lot of fun. I would do the same thing. Take the dog for a walk. Like, I'm just going to take my dog for like a 4-mile walk. Just go out there, walk my dog.
And I bet she was loving every minute of it.
Yeah, I walked her so much that the pads on her feet actually had blisters that popped. Like I got her home one day and I looked at it. I'm like, holy crap! What the heck happened to your foot? And I guess she walked so much on concrete. She's used to like carpet, wood decks, and ground. But she walked so much on concrete that it actually gave her blisters, and she popped them just walking.
That's not good.
No, because blisters, when they pop, that's like a really good place for infection.
Especially something on the ground.
Yeah, I found that out whenever I got a second degree, third degree, must have been second degree, burn on my foot, like right where my leg hits my foot on the top part. I spilled like, what was it, gravy? Or was it tomato sauce? Whatever it was something that was really hot, like 300 degrees, right on the top part of my foot. And I got a gigantic blister. I think I went to the hospital for it or something like that. And they were telling me that they popped it for me, but they were saying that you got to keep it really, really clean because if you have a blister and it pops, like it's very susceptible to disease. How do we get it? That we were going. Meanwhile, we're talking about blisters popping and stuff, and
I don't know. You're just rambling on again.
that's what I do.
I know. That's why I'm patiently sitting here watching and waiting. Where can people find you?
Right here.
Oh,
Tis
well,
my
that's no fun.
channel. Yeah.
That's no fun. They're already here.
Yeah. Well, I got other channels, but I don't exactly make content on those other channels. I keep swearing I'm going to on the one, and the last time I uploaded anything was, what, 2 years ago, 4th of July? So, yeah, don't look for me on a different channel. I don't know. Mondays, Fridays, live stream.
During the weekend, others if invited.
Yep. Just hanging out.
Oh, and I forgot to mention Charles also comes into the Twitch streams too, and he's also used the Twitch Prime subscription numerous times.
Yep.
Each time somebody does that, I get a piece of it.
Pretty sure, or no, maybe it was you. I can't remember. It was either you or Charles. One of you guys was the one that actually filled me in on that.
I think both of us did.
Yeah, I think maybe you brought it up first, and then he actually did it, and then was telling me about it, or can't remember.
Yep. I still haven't used one on mine yet, but I'm just not going to complain about it.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, no, I quit Amazon Prime a while ago.
Well, that explains it then.
Yeah, no, it was back when you were telling me about it, because that's when I didn't have any money, and that's when right around the time where I went off the internet, because I couldn't pay the internet bill.
Yeah.
Oh, those days.
All right. Close it down. Chat's not saying much of anything, and yeah, they're probably all sleeping because they got on here and bored them to death. Either that or my nice soothing voice put them to sleep. I had somebody tell me that the other night. You've had such a nice soothing voice. I'd like turning on your stream and while I'm laying in bed and listening to your voice as I fall asleep at night. Okay. I take it as a compliment, but okay. I am so soothing and quote unquote boring that I put you to sleep. Nah, I don't take it that way. I took it as a compliment. All right. Now I'm rambling.
There's lots of people that I watch that I fall asleep listening to them. And it's not because they're boring or anything like that. It's just, it's a familiar voice. And then next thing you know, hey, I'm in dreamland. I do that all the time, man. Like yeah, every single day since I can't remember, I've fallen asleep listening to somebody that I like. Like, no matter who it is. If it was somebody that had a live stream that I missed, I'd click on that. If it was somebody that just put out a video that day that I missed, I'd go click on that, or, anything like that. But
My problem is during the cycles when I start coming back up out of a deep sleep, I hear the sound and then I start dreaming about being in whatever I'm listening to. And I had many a horror movie on while waking up like that and freaking out. So I don't do that anymore. In fact, I took the TV out of my bedroom. Okay, say bye.
that's your thing.
Yeah, but it's that time.
Oh, well, bye. We were live. It was awesome. You guys were here, and you saw it, so you know it was awesome. And Rubsy was here, so
For part of the time.
yeah. Well, I was here the rest of the time. So thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next Monday. I'll be live on Friday, so catch me over there. Maybe Rubsy will come over and hang out on a Friday. Who knows? But it'll be late. So it's not going to be until at least 11 my time, which is Eastern. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. So Rob Z's got the last word. Yankees 50. Make sure you check him out on YouTube and Twitch. And the last word goes to Rob, which is
Bye.